A woman uses a machete to fight off a man who sexually assaulted her at a hotel. This is according to Philadelphia police. The hotel at 12th and Vine Streets in Center City. They say the victim hit the 43-year-old man in the head with the machete. He's stable at the hospital and being treated as a prisoner. The woman, 24 years old, was also taken to the hospital. Her condition is not known. Right now, Philadelphia police just received $500,000 in grants to help make the city a safer place to live. And it's all thanks to the Philadelphia Police Foundation. The funds will go toward investments like new highway patrol motorcycles to help with traffic and crowd control. And it comes after another hectic car meetup over the weekend in the city, where police say several of its officers were injured.
Police tell me one vehicle from that North Philadelphia car meetup is in custody, a Dodge Charger. They are still looking for at least 2 others. And today they said they feel these investments will make a difference when responding to incidents like car meetups, but not everyone we spoke with today is feeling as confident.
It was awful.
Temple University junior Sydney Fiore-Crawl says she watched chaos grow early Sunday morning from her friend's balcony overlooking North Broad Street. She says they called police multiple times.
They couldn't do anything about it. There was a police officer shoved. I think a car was trying to move out of the Sunoco, and someone shoved the police officer like right in the middle of it.
She says this cell phone video captures the moments before that. Philadelphia police since put out these images, hoping to identify as many suspects in the car meetup as possible. They say the crowd of more than 500 people gathered by the Sunoco near 1300 North Broad included recklessly driving ATVs, dirt bikes, and vehicles.
This is all of our problem, and we are here as the solution for that.
As the investigation continues today, the Philadelphia Police Foundation announced 4 grants totaling more than $500,000 to combat crime and enhance safety, including 80 new police bicycles, 6 mounted patrol horses, 3 bomb-sniffing canines, and 12 new highway patrol motorcycles, which officials say will be used for responding to car meetups and ATVs and dirt bikes on city streets.
We're able to keep a better eye on them and follow them in the areas where generally a car itself can't. We also use them basically to see where these people are staging and things like that.
These vehicles will revitalize our fleet, which hasn't been upgraded in years.
Fiore-Crawl hopes the investments will help, but isn't feeling optimistic after what she saw Sunday.
Just seeing everything, and I'm like, even if like 40 police officers show up, like just leave. Like it's not even fun at that point. We could just leave. I know it was a waste of the time for the police officers because they didn't want to be out doing that. They have far like worse things they could be doing right now.
Now, if you have any information on Sunday's car meetup or those vehicles involved, police want to hear from you. Reporting outside police headquarters, I'm Kelly Rule, Fox 29 News.
32-year-old woman shot and killed while sitting in her car. It happened in the Feltonville section just before 6 last night on East Loudon Street. Our Jennifer Joyce has those new details.
We talked to a relative of the victim who says that Tina Arroyo was a mom, a daughter, a sister, a friend who was ambushed by gunfire yesterday. They say that they can't make sense of her murder, which happened while it was still light outside with lots of people out and about. Philadelphia police say at least 28 gunshots were fired at 32-year-old Tina Arroyo while she was sitting in the driver's seat of her Honda Civic on the 500 block of East Loudon Street just before 6 p.m. yesterday.
She pulled up on this scene, and within moments another vehicle pulls up and shoots her. How quick this happened, and the callousness of all of it, it's deeply troubling. It's troubling for us as a department.
Philadelphia Police Sergeant Eric Grip says the shooter pulled up in a white SUV with tinted windows. The person then fired a gun from inside of their vehicle. More than a dozen bullets hit Arroyo's car. Several of them penetrated her front windshield, striking her in the face and chest, killing her. The brazen shooter opened fire in the street in broad daylight as about 100 people were across the street hanging out in a park playing sports, according to police.
These are communities where people live, where everyday life is going on. There's children outside playing, and we have individuals that are out there firing indiscriminately without a care.
Police say based on the number of shots fired at Arroyo's car, this crime does not appear to be random, but they are still investigating and they're relying on the public's help. Anyone with any information should call the Philadelphia Police tip line at 215-686-8477. 2007. Reporting from police headquarters, I'm Jennifer Joyce, Fox 29 News.
Montgomery County police are searching for a man accused of targeting unsuspecting female shoppers at a grocery store. As our Shawnette Wilson reports, police say the man took upskirt photos of women.
It is brazen, doing this without concern that someone could be watching. And that's exactly what happened. Police say a customer saw the man, took a picture of him, and called them.
I am totally shocked that something like that would occur here at Trader Joe's in the square.
Trish O'Connor is concerned about what Lower Merion police say this man is wanted for. They say he took inappropriate pictures of women inside this Trader Joe's in Suburban Square.
If he's doing this, what's he going to do next? You know, is this a progression? And that's what would concern me.
Police say the upskirting incident happened Friday afternoon on July 21st inside the store. They say a customer reported catching the man in the act.
They saw a man walk in and walk around the aisles and bend down and place his phone down near the bottom of their skirt, and they appear to be taking photos.
Investigators say that customer then took photos of the suspect. Police were also able to get more pictures from store security cameras. They say the woman also told them the man was walking around the store doing the same thing to other women who were shopping and unaware.
And then he walked out without making any purchases.
Michael Kaplan was leaving Trader Joe's with his girlfriend this evening. When we told him what happened, he says it doesn't surprise him.
Unfortunately, a lot of people out there do things like that are messed up. And it does concern me because, you know, it's people's safety, and I hope he's caught and, you know, gets in trouble.
Police do want to hear from you if you know this man or anything about him. They also warn shoppers to be aware of who's passing them in the aisles. They say you could help prevent something like upskirting or someone taking your wallet or your purse. Reporting in Suburban Square, Shawnette Wilson, Fox 29 News.
In another violent 24 hours across the city of Philadelphia, there have been 8 shootings with 9 victims. 2 died, and that's just since 11 o'clock last night. One person who died was unidentified. He was in his 20s. Police say he was shot once in the head last night on Bridge Street in Lawncrest. Medics pronounced him dead at the scene. The other person who was killed was a 22-year-old man who was shot multiple times in the back around 9 o'clock on Arrett Street. That's in Frankfurt.
Breaking right now, a deadly shooting in Graduate Hospital, just steps from the YMCA. The victim is a teenager, and Dawn Timoney is following this story for us tonight live. This breaking story. Dawn, what can you tell us?
Well, Jason, police say the victim was targeted. He was with 5 or 6 other people. One police say was a youth counselor when he was gunned down. A Ring camera capturing the moment gunshots are fired just after 7 tonight at 17th and Christian Streets as people run for cover. Police say an 18-year-old man shot and killed, much of it caught on surveillance.
What we see in the footage is a gray Dodge Durango stop in front of a young man, the decedent, who was walking on the sidewalk, and jump out of the car and essentially ambush him. Investigators say there were 3 shooters who fired at least 15 rounds. All 3 males, shooters, were armed with guns, one with what appeared to be a high-powered rifle and 2 with handguns. All 3 fired at the decedent, striking him multiple times. Police say they continued firing even after the teenager was down and then sped off. They were all dressed in black. One of them looks like they were wearing what appeared to be some sort of protective yellow gloves, maybe a type of kitchen glove. These are the kinds of things that oftentimes individuals that participate in these sorts of nefarious shootings will do to try to prevent detection. This happened near the YMCA, although police are not sure if there's a connection. This man lives in the neighborhood and was working out when the Y abruptly closed.
It's scary. When I moved into this part of the city, you know, I picked around here because I know it's one of the safer parts of Philadelphia. I've never seen anything like this happen before, so it's pretty sad. Police are also investigating if a shooting nearby at 17th and Napa may be connected. A house there shot at least 6 times shortly after the teen was killed.
Now, police tell me the victim was known to police. They are currently questioning the people who were with him at the time. Investigators also say homicide detectives have a considerable amount of evidence to work with here. That's the latest at the scene. Dawn Timoney, Fox 29 News.
Police in Cumberland County investigating a double stabbing that leaves one person dead. This happened at a home on Ridgewood Avenue in Vineland just before 2 o'clock this morning. Police say 60-year-old Sharon Taylor and 51-year-old James Taylor were found with stab wounds in their home. Sharon died at the scene. James was airlifted to the hospital where he is in critical condition.
And an awful car crash in South Philadelphia has left one person in critical condition. Police tell us the driver of a Mercedes-Benz sped through a red light on Packer Avenue around 11 last night and slammed into an SUV. The driver of the Mercedes tried to flee on foot but was arrested shortly after. He was taken into custody for suspected DUI.
Breaking news in Brewerytown, a deadly shooting involving a 2-year-old, and police say the shooter was her 14-year-old cousin. Skyfox over a row home on North 29th Street around noon, where police are investigating. Thanks for joining us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Jason Martinez.
I'm Sheba Russell. So far, no one has been charged, but the investigation is still in the early stages. Kelly, you were at the scene, which was very emotional. What are you learning?
Well, Sheba and Jason, police say the 2-year-old little girl was inside a home with her cousins and 4 adults. And police say at least one of those adults did admit to them that they were aware of a weapon in the home, so charges could come for the entire neighborhood. This was devastating.
No, that's not right. This is not right. That baby supposed to be here, playing, laughing, eating, having fun, living life.
A neighbor who asked that we identify her only as Amani says she witnessed a mom carrying her 2-year-old daughter out of the home moments after she was shot, begging for help.
Lifeless, in her hands, lifeless.
She says she called 911 and eventually flagged down others willing to help.
Everybody's stuck, not saying nothing. She running around saying help. Help! It's kids in the house with a gun. How? There's no way. There's no way. It's no way. That baby should be here. 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 Not 6 feet under. Here.
Philadelphia police say they got the call just before noon for the shooting. They believe the 2-year-old girl was inside the home with her cousins, ages 14, 9, and 1, and 4 adults. When police say the 14-year-old got his hands on an unsecured gun and fired at least one shot, hitting the girl in the head. Neighbors say a passerby stopped to rush the child to the hospital.
This isn't about trying to victim blame or anything of the sort. But again, we have a 2-year-old whose life is now over because of an unsecured weapon.
Police say 2 22nd District officers responding to the shooting were involved in a crash with another vehicle. They are all expected to physically recover.
The impacts of, what people can see as careless mistakes can last a lifetime and reverberate around the entire neighborhood. So, we say again and again and again, if you have a weapon that you are legally allowed to own, it needs to be secured.
Sherry Richardson says she's a friend of the family. She broke down after speaking with us about the little girl.
I seen the baby about a month ago, happy, smiling, always a happy baby. Monitor your kids. Please monitor your kids.
So again, police say they are still speaking with family members, witnesses, combing through what will be a lengthy investigation. Just a reminder, if you need a gun lock, there are so many resources available across the city. The sheriff's office provides them for free.
The trash is piling up at one park, and it has gotten so bad. Community members, they're now working to get help from the mayor, city council, even police. But their calls are going unanswered. So our Jennifer Lee went to see what's going on.
Like trash is everywhere, like broken glass.
This trash can at Pennypack Park is overflowing.
Like residue from parties and stuff like that.
But it's actually only the tip of the piles of waste left behind.
They should 100% take it with them.
We met these two friends after they went on a long hike at the park in Northeast Philadelphia. The pair filmed this video using humor and sarcasm.
Pretty.
To show their distaste.
If you come here and it was beautiful, it looked gorgeous, but then you left us with this, it's like, come on now, like, that's not fair, that's not right.
And there really is just a huge pile of garbage in every direction, even the pathway down to Pennypack Creek. And if you look over there, there's even all kinds of empty plates, used cups, bottles, and a swarm of flies over what looks like a sandwich bag. And as you reach the water, you can see right here signs of previous parties.
they're partying in a lot of different places that make it really difficult for the next day for our people to get there and actually pick up trash and pick up everything because the animals get to it.
Ranger Solly Brown says Philadelphia Parks and Recreation considers all of this illegal dumping. Right now, up to 5 staff members spend a full day on Mondays cleaning up the trash and litter. Crews are also adding extra signage, gates, and patrols to educate and enforce park rules.
The park is a big place. We have it set up with pavilions for a reason. And picnic areas stationed for a reason, and those reasons is because they're basically based on where we have trash pickup.
Parks and Rec says drinking is not allowed, nor is driving or parking on the trails. Offenders can be ticketed between $100 to $300.
What does the trash smell like?
It reeks. Like, it really reeks. You can smell. It's very strong.
The two friends say they hope to take in the fresh air next time. At Pennypack Park, Jennifer Lee, Fox 29 News.